Lahimla, Alhaina Yahweh Bashimi Hawashah, Mashiach, Wamalaki, Bahashem, Harawat, Wakakorash, Barakatham, the water Baba Bawa Kwam Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily, and to the men out there teaching the likewise doctrine in the city of Shalom. It's lucky for my voice. Today we're gonna get into a video where as this Jake, he ran into a bunker builder. And the bunker builder was telling him about how all the celebrities and all the politicians are having bunkers built and signing NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, which stimulates basically they can't talk about it. But this Jake, he was talking about how they are prepared and how the bunker builder said it's gonna happen. And he was going into detail about how the bunkers work. Now, if you get a direct hit, you're gonna die. And he said, the purpose of a bunker is to protect you from fallout and nuclear radiation. So now Jake is getting scared. Basically, that's the point I'm getting at. Jake is getting scared now. Just not decided to get scared. Look, how many years have the prophets been telling you this is going to happen, starting with the apostles, the elders, the bishops, the brothers on down? How many years? This Bible is not just a book. Y'all got to understand that this is the one book that is not like any other book on this planet because it is a living book. No other books are like this. It's a living book. It's actually telling you what's happening, what's going to take place in real time. You got to read the prophecies. You got to know when you open that Bible, you got to know when you're reading prophecy. A lot of people don't even know because they don't know how to read the Bible. They don't know how to do precept on precept. They don't know how to link scripture. They don't know. They just think it's a feel good book. Yeah, it is, but also it's a book of um, destruction, lamentation, and woe. It's very racist. It's very graphic. So yeah, so let's get into the video. But first, I want to get a copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Let's go ahead and get the video. Okay, the name of this video is it's on the Arrows Indignation Channel 144. And the name of it is Esau Think He Can Run from Judgment.
So I was watching this video about a YouTuber, and he was talking to the number one bunker maker in the United States. He make all the bunkers and shit. And the dude who make the bunkers, he was like, it was three. He was like, now he the only one left. But he was talking to the man about the bunkers and shit, and the YouTuber was asking him, like, why everybody creating these bunkers? Because he was telling the YouTuber that everybody getting a bunker. All these billionaires and millionaires, everybody requesting a bunker and shit. And he was like, when they start on them bunkers, they got to sign NDAs and shit. He was like, for most of the people that they do bunkers for, they sign NDAs. He was like, they don't even know who they be making bunkers for.
Now you got to think something that secretive is obviously planned out. Because what your government is planning to do to you is the same thing that Dudu is doing to his people over there in our land in Israel. This government is about to set you up to get bombed and then run for their lives. They're going to leave you hanging because that's the Edomite trait. They set you up and then run, leave you hanging in hopes that you die. but they're not the wicked. All right, let's keep going. Remember, depopulation is still on the table.
He was like, everybody know Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates and people like that got bunkers and shit. But he was like, a lot of these other billionaires, he was like, you don't even, he like, you won't even know people got bunkers and shit. And he was like, bro, by the year 2027, 2028, it's gonna be he said it's gonna be a bigger, pandemic, bro. And he was like, the people who gonna survive is the people with the bunkers and shit.
Now, if they plan the first one, guess what? Hell yeah, they're gonna plan another one. But see, this is the thing we told y'all about how these people set you up to die. So they can't be blamed directly. But the Lord's gonna hold them responsible. These slick ass Edomites are not slick. All they're doing is earning their judgment. So guess what? A lot of them might even actually die in their bunkers because I don't even understand the point of it anyway. Because you just building $1 million grave that you can live in because you can't come back up to the surface because who's to say that your entrance is not going to be blocked by debris after the nuclear weapons are fired? Who's to say that your bunker gets penetrated and then radiation comes in there? Even if none of those scenarios will happen, one thing will happen. You have to have circulating, moving air. If the air in that bunker is not moving and circulating, guess what? And if there's no air coming in or out in circulation, you're gonna start getting mold, you're gonna start getting moisture. And then all that food you stocked up is going to spoil. Your oxygen, unless you got an oxygen maker, you got to have access to air. You have to have access to water. So one or two things can happen. Your entrance can get blocked and you die now from suffocation. You die from germ exposure, bacteria exposure, or you just suffocate, or your bunker's penetrated, that radiation leaks in, and then it gets you. Either way you slice it, I will not go into a bunker because there's no guarantee you'll be able to get out safely. And then if you was to get out safely, there's no guarantee that the ground is going to be safe. See, these people don't have any faith. That's why they thinking they can save themselves. No, you can't. You're gonna come out of this one way. That's only if Yahweh Shimi Hawashai deems you worthy to survive and not put you to death. Let's go.
And his clients been scientists and shit. And he was like the reason why he know what he know is because when he talked to the scientists and the scientists was telling him that in the next couple or the next few years it's gonna be a virus, another pandemic, and it's gonna be real bad. And the dude who make the bunkers, he got a bunker his damn self. And bro, I was watching that shit. That shit was fucking crazy, bro. That shit is crazy. These people are destroying the planet and they going underground to hide. That's why y'all need to watch the TV show Fallout. The TV show Fallout tells you exactly how it's gonna be, bro. Tell you exactly how it's gonna be. Because no bunker can protect you if a nuclear bomb hit you, like if a nuclear bomb hit you right on the top of your bunker. He was like, you gonna die. He was like, what the bunkers protect you from is the radiation and shit. And he was like, the bunkers be at least 3 to 6 feet underground. He was like, long as you
3 to 6 feet underground. That is not deep at all. It was a country. Was it Russia? Russia got bunker busters that go deeper than 3 to 6 feet. See what I'm saying? 6 feet. That's where a grave is at. Yeah, missiles can go deeper than 6 feet. Bunker buster missiles specialized for ground penetration. You are not safe 3 feet underground, 6 feet underground. You got to go deeper.
You underground, you're gonna be protected from the radiation. He was like, you can dig a hole in the ground and go on the ground and survive a fallout. But you ain't gonna have no water or no food and shit. But he was like, you can dig a hole on the ground, you can survive the radiation for them couple of days. And I was like, bro, they destroying the planet,
Mm-hmm.
and now they going on the ground to hide from it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was showing all the bunkers he make, bro. He the one that's making all these all these underground cities and shit. Y'all need to go look up that little video on YouTube. I think the name of his company called Atlas. This shit is crazy, bro. That, that shit is crazy, bro. And he said, bro, one time he made a bunker. He said one time he made multiple bunkers, and he said each bunker can hold up to 650 people, bro. And he said people like the Congress and them, he was like, they already got their bunkers.
See that? The elite class, the Epstein class, they already got it. Now, what kind of rulers would plan to destroy you and then run? Unfit to rule. These people are plotting your demise while they run and hide in hopes that you die. And Esau wonder why he finna get the judgment he finna get. Because like we said, if the Lord wasn't coming back, Esau kill everybody and everything on the planet. They planning this. This is the peak of their intelligence, how to destroy themselves. What is superior about that? Absolutely nothing. But they're superior, planning their own destruction. These are idiots because they don't even know if your bunker hasn't been tested. How you know it's gonna protect you from nuclear fallout if it's never been exposed to nuclear radiation? So you can bank on the fact that Esau is using this to get money, to get paid. Because none of these bunkers he's building has ever been tested because there's never been a nuclear weapon fired at it. So yeah, Esau, he just being the piece of shit that the Lord made him to be. Let's go.
All 500 people that's in Congress, all them people, he said all them people gonna be underground. The army, the president, Congress, people that's important gonna be underground hiding, and people that got their bunkers. Like normal people who got bunkers in the Congress and the president and important people and all these world leaders, he said they got their bunkers already. He said they ready for some shit like that to happen. And he said he said the company that I just told y'all about, Atlas, he said they building a little town where all the houses automatically got bunkers underneath them. And he was trying to say the bunkers is just not for fallouts. He was like, they for tornadoes and hurricanes and shit like that. But I believe they just say they have to throw it off, bro. That shit is for a fallout. They making these bunkers for a fallout. They know what's gonna happen. And like he said, his last clients, been scientists. And he was like, they've been telling him shit. And the YouTuber when he was telling the YouTuber that, bro, the YouTuber looked at the camera. He was looking scared as hell, bro. And when the YouTube was telling him, he was like, maybe we can fix this and maybe we can resolve the problems before it have to come to that nigga. The dude was making the bunkers. The dude was looking at him like, bro, you don't even know, nigga. You don't even know this shit is going to happen.
Now, how does the Edomite bunker maker know it's gonna happen? Because he knows about what Esau is planning to do. And it's the Lord's will that this happens. So it's gonna happen.
The elite want a new world order. The elite want to delete everybody. Bill Gates already be talking about it. They want at least 10 million people gone off the planet. 10 billion. I think he said 10 million or 10 billion, if I ain't mistaken. But fool, I don't think he said 10 billion. I think he said 10 million. But this shit, bro, that shit's scary. This shit is scary. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't no scare ass, doomsday prepper ass nigga, but I got a little shit prepped up. But if I was a millionaire, bro, the first thing I would invest in is a bunker, bro. He said,
See, he depended on Esau to save him instead of the Lord. You Jakes don't understand. It don't matter if you're in a bunker or not. It's just a matter of time before you die, either from suffocation, starvation, or nuclear radiation exposure. The point is, if you're not on that chariot, you're a dead man anyway, bunker or not.
The bunkers be costing at least 130,000. Bro, I swear to God, the first thing I invest in is a bunker, bro. I spend at least $500,000 on a bunker, bro. Cause he said just to build a bunker is gonna be 130,000. He was like, that ain't including the installation and all the shit they put in there, like if you want guns and shit, if they want to supply your guns and water and all shit like that, that's gonna be extra. But I'm just saying, bro, we gonna have to get our shit together. We gotta, for real, man.
You see what Jake Head at, y'all? Y'all see what Jake Head at? He's willing to pay $500,000 for a bunker. You can come to the Lord for free. See, money cannot buy everything. There are some things that money can't buy, like salvation, eternal life. Let's get into the scriptures. Job chapter 9, verse 24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Because the faces of the judges thereof, not where and who is he? These people are literally planning a global genocide, and they're going to pay for it because the Lord is going to wipe them out. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 24, verse 20. And this is talking about after the nuclear weapons fly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage. And the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. And it shall come to pass in that day, prophecy, that the Lord Yahweh shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and they shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days they shall be visited. You can run, but you can't hide. Matter of fact, why you running if you ain't did shit wrong? Good book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. That's all Esau knows. That's why he got to go. The Lord gonna get rid of him to sustain peace on earth. Because all this man knows is death, violence, destruction, great, pillaging, murdering, theft, lies. That's all he knows. So that whole wicked element has to leave. And as soon as they build our kingdom for free, after they destroy their own, like the geniuses they are out of here. Let's get this one. One thing you can count on is the Edomite somewhere planning some dumb shit and then lie about it. That's one thing you can bank on. It's an Edomite somewhere plotting some dumb shit. Let's get this one. This is the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 2. Though they dig into hell, thence shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to the heaven, thence will I bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I was I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. And though they go into captivity before their enemies, thence will I command the sword, and it shall slay them. And I will set mine eyes upon them for evil and not for good. Y'all, the Lord finna touch y'all. See, they scrambling right now. Some of them trying to go to the bottom of the ocean. Some of them trying to go into space, and some of them digging into the ground. Y'all ain't going nowhere. That's why they had that lie going for years and years and years and years and years about how they went to the moon. No, you didn't. And you ain't going. The Lord gonna send his army to round you people up. Just like you sending your ice bitches to round up Northern Kingdom, the Lord gonna send his men to round y'all punk asses up. And I'm talking about the elites. Because it's the Lord's will for them to survive, only to be the first fruits of slavery. It's a beautiful book. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. This is the Lord sending his ice agents to round up the ice agents and everybody who sent the ice agents. The Lord got his own ice unit. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. Those are the prophets on the street corners making videos, trying to fish for the elect. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, large government, and from every hill, small government, and out of the holes of the rocks, bunkers. Still in Jeremiah, let's go to chapter 17, verse 5. Thus said the Lord, cursed be the man that trusts in man and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord. Exactly. You heard Jake. He depended on he wish he had 500,000 so he can get a bunker. Little does he know the only way out to make it out of this alive is a chariot. He want a bunker though. He want to stay here on the ground. That shows us how much he does not know about the Lord or prophecy. He don't even know who his enemies are. So you pretty much say that Jake is a dead man walking unless he repent. And that goes for everybody watching this video. Go to Proverbs chapter 10. And this is talking about Esau. Verse 2, treasures of the wicked profit nothing, but the righteous deliver from death. Exactly. Treasures of the riches, treasures of the wicked. What is one of those treasures? A bunker. That ain't gonna get you out of here. It's gonna trap you. Let's go to Proverbs. Oh, it was 15. Hold on, Slocky, y'all. Let's go down a little bit. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 15. The rich man's wealth is his strong city. See, that's all he depending on, his money to save him. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. That's what it says. That's why rich people, after they lose all their riches, they pretty much just disappear because without that money, they feel worthless. But see, if you got your how about Shimmy How shot, you'll never feel like you broke because you see the value of this fake ass money. It's a saying in the world. Some people are so broke, all they have is money because they don't know what the real riches are. The real riches is land, cattle, gold, silver, family. Those are the riches. But Esau, he's just an old Scrooge McDuck. He's swimming in his bitcoins. You know what I'm saying? Proverbs chapter 28, verse 11. The rich man is wise in his own conceit, but the poor have understanding, searcheth him out. Exactly. We are considered the poor, the Israelites. We know everything about this dude because the Bible told us everything about this dude. Job chapter 13. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are physicians of no value. Matter of fact, the term doctor mean to falsify. Ain't that right, Dr. Fauci? Lying ass. Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 13, verse 21. A rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends. Yeah, they're going to help each other out. But a poor man being down is thrust also away by his friends. When a rich man is fallen, he have many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him. The poor man slippeth, and yet they rebuke him too. He spake wisely and could have no place. See, these people worship money. They worship everything that money can do for them. That's why money is so powerful. But they don't understand that money is a defense. Money is a tool, not a possession. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 17. Yeah. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. Well, let's go to 15, Slacky. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. That's one of the reasons why they run it. They hide because they know they can feel the vibration in the planet right now. They know they are very despised. Verse 16, thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, who holdest his height of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, said the Lord. See, they're trying to go into space stations and shit. No, the chariots ain't gonna allow that. Verse 17, also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. Yeah, they're gonna be super spooked when they see what the Lord is about to do to America. And it won't be no surprise to me that you will be able to see the destruction from Cuba. Cuba is just 90 miles from the southern tip of Florida, Key West. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to see the destruction from Cuba because the Lord ain't playing. Y'all playing. The Lord ain't playing. Let's go to the book of Luke, chapter 16, down to verse, we start at 13. Read letter Lord Yahushua speaking. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon. Mammon is money. You saw what this man was who this man was serving. He was serving Mammon. He did not say one thing about the Lord at all. He put all his faith in money to buy him a bunker, just to be destroyed in it. Because if you ain't on that chariot, you dead sooner or later. If that suffocation don't get you, that starvation don't get you, um, the bacteria don't get you, the radiation will, because you're still on the ground. See how he said all the rich, the Epstein class, the politicians, the military, all of them gonna be down there. Because these are who they consider VIPs, Edomites. Nobody else. See how selfish they are? But the Lord got something for them. The Lord gonna judge them. Verse 15, red letter. And he said unto them, ye are they which justify yourselves before men, but Yahweh knoweth your hearts. For that which is highly esteemed among men is abomination in the sight of Yahweh. See, these men, they're highly esteemed amongst each other. Little do they know they are abominations to the Lord, and the Lord hates abominations. So you think the Lord is going to allow them to live and escape captivity? No. That's why they are being allowed to live, to go into captivity. The book of Revelation, chapter 6. Oh, Salaki is 16, verse 9. Well, let's go up a bit. Um, and these are the angels executing judgment upon the earth. What was 16? Let's go to, we start at verse 4. And the third angel poured out his vial upon the rivers and fountains of water, and they became blood. And I heard the angel of the water say, thou art righteous, O Lord, which art thou and wast and shalt be, because thou hast judged us thus. For they have shed the blood of saints and prophets, and thou hast given them blood to drink, for they are worthy. This is how the Lord is going to punish them by making them suffer. Verse 7, and I heard another out of the altar say, even so, Lord Yahweh Almighty, true and righteous are thy judgments. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire, nuclear fire. And men were scorched with great heat, and blasphemed the name of Yahweh, which have power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory. See, the Lord don't want you to repent, so he can be justified to get you. Verse 8, chapter 18, book of Revelation, chapter 4, verse 4, Salaki. And this is for you Israelites. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive none of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she has rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. So everything America dished out to everybody in the world, especially the Israelites, they finna get it back double. Esau been very busy. So I can't even imagine what his captivity, his judgment gonna be. I know he's going into 1,000 years of captivity. Then after that, he's gonna be rounded up and exterminated. That's good enough for us. Get him out of here, Lord. Let's go ahead and finish it. Verse 7. How much has she glorified herself and lived deliciously? So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow. That's the pride of these Babylonians. Verse 8, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall utterly be burned with fire, for strong is the Lord Yahweh who judgeth her. Mhm. me see. We got a few more we can close. Let's get this one. Second Maccabees chapter 7, verse 31. And though thou hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews, shall not escape the hands of Yahweh. You ain't going nowhere. Get this one. Got some good ones here. Mm-hmm. Let's get this one. Psalms chapter 2, verse 1. See, Esau think he got it all figured out, right? Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. They think they got it all figured out. Now let's go to Psalms chapter 10. Yeah, they think they got all the answers. If you had all the answers, your kingdom wouldn't be in shambles like it is. Yeah, remember when I told you in the beginning of the video, this government is gonna set you up to get bombed and run and hope you die. Psalm chapter 10, verse 2. The Lord got something for their ass. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor, let them be taken in the devices they imagine. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous whom the Lord abhorreth. They got that totally wrong because they think the Lord is on their side because they never got judged. Key word, yet. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Yeah, setting people up to get bombed, that's kind of grievous. Thy judgments are far out of his sight, and as for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. Yeah, he basically don't give a damn. He have said in his heart, I should not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. See, he got it all figured out. Oh, I just go into the bunkers and wait it out, and then come back and rule over the ashes. Let's get it. That's the dumbest shit you could ever do, but hey, this is the base man we talking about. So it makes all the sense in the world. Verse 11, he have said in his heart, Yahweh have forgot. He hideth his face. He will never see it. Your ways are not the Lord's ways, Esau, obviously. But he about to show you that you don't know it all. You're not superior, and you're just as base as you want to be. Simple. And this scripture testifies to that. Got all the answers, don't you, eat? Proverbs chapter 12, verse 15. The way of the fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. See, they rather figure it out and go on their own delusion. Remember what First Corinthians chapter 3, verse 19? The ways of this world is foolish. The wisdom of this world is foolishness with Yahweh. He taketh the craftiness in. Let me get it. I almost had it, but let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I don't want to butcher it. I can almost quote it, but Let's get it for what it says. 1 Corinthians chapter 3. And the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Yahweh. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. They got it all figured out. The Lord gonna throw a monkey wrench in there. This is the book of James, chapter 2. We start at verse 5. Hearken, my beloved brethren, have not Yahweh chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith and heirs of the kingdom, which he have promised to them that love him? The Lord is not going to give away our inheritance to Esau. Our inheritance is to take part in the inheritance of Yahushua. Everything that the eye can see will belong to King Yahushua, King David, the 144,000 in the Israelites as a nation, including you other people. Verse 6, but ye have despised the poor, do not rich men oppress you and draw you before the judgment seats? Exactly. The most vile gonna deem themselves to be judges. Now let's get the other one about how we're gonna own the people. Psalm chapter 2, verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, and thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Mm-hmm. This one. Second Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 26. For though the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, yet should I not escape the hands of the Almighty, neither alive or dead. The only way out of this is on that chariot. That's it. All right, let's go to we can close out in the book of Micah. Verse 1, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. What are they about to practice? Destroying the earth and running and leaving y'all to fend for y'all self, hoping that you die. Remember, depopulation still on the table with these idiots. I call them idiots because they think this bullshit gonna work. They don't think the Lord is gonna intervene because they don't believe in the Lord. And that's good because that's really pumping them up to do their wickedness because they think they won't get punished. They think they're gonna get away with this. So the fact that they don't believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, that's good for us. So they can go ahead and destroy themselves and put themselves into captivity. Verse 2, and they cover fields and take them away, and violence in houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for the time is evil. Matter of fact, let's close in Isaiah chapter 14. Verse 1, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Listen to this. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressor. So y'all go ahead and do what y'all got to do, dig your bunker, buy your guns, your beans and rice, all that shit. It's not going to save you. Because if you're not in good with your how about Shimmy How Shot, these false idols ain't coming to save you. We both know, we all know that cheese and rice ain't coming. He's going into captivity because he's back here in the reincarnation. So how he's going to save you from captivity when he's going into captivity? And when I say cheese and rice, I mean the reincarnation of Caesar Borgia. Look him up. That's who you Jesus freaks are really worshiping. A sodomite who ran a train on his sister with his father, who was a pope. This is who you people worship. And you think you're going to get the Lord, the true and living power, and going to destroy you for worshiping false idols? Worshiping wicked idols at that. You extra dead. So, bottom line, if you're not in good with your how about Shimmy How Shot, you are dead regardless of how much you prep, what you buy, kind of bunker you get, it don't matter. Your destruction will be recorded in the heavens because your name is not written in the book of life. Call Halayim Lala Haynaw Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah Hamashiach Wa Malakia by Hashem Harawat Kakorash Barakathum the water Bible Bawa Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.